Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Victor once again. It's another day and we have another scholarship. So today we are back in the UK in search of fully funded masters. We are at the University of Exeter. Exeter is a highly ranked university in the UK, and today we'll be looking at a fully funded master's covering tuition and living stipend. As a matter of fact, three people from this YouTube channel were awarded the Green Futures Scholarship at the University of Exeter. I think I have a screenshot and I'm going to put it on the screen of one of the awards. Fully funded, you get your stipend of about £15,000. You also get your tuition covered of close to 20, 24, 25,000, depending on the course you're applying for. So it's a fully funded scholarship. And I've been searching for this scholarship for a while. This year's opportunity wasn't well publicized, I would say. But fortunately, I stumbled over the scholarship once again, hidden somewhere on this website. And I'll be digging it out with you and, of course, sharing with you as well. So immediately you see this scholarship, please apply as soon as possible. In fact, we're already lagging behind somehow when it comes to the deadline. So let's begin without any further delay. So this is the page for international students, and there are a number of scholarships down here, but I'll take you straight to how to find the Future Greens or Green Futures Scholarship at Exeter. So you can see it here, Future Green Futures Scholarships, and then click on this link, it takes you to the specific page. So this is it here. So for taught masters or taught programs, future grants, and as the name implies, any course you're applying for has to be associated with green or sustainable development. So whether you are applying for business or conservation or data science, it must be linked somehow to sustainability or green economy or green thoughts in general. So you can see the list of the courses eligible here. I think the screenshot I showed earlier, the scholar got one in data science, but connected, as we said, to environmental issues and sustainability issues. So these are the courses eligible for the scholarship. And as you can see here, it covers tuition fees and stipend for living cost. You can make that bigger. So there you go. And then you can see it's fully funded, so you wouldn't have to worry. Just come with your bags and, of course, your brain and come and study. You wouldn't have to pay for anything at all. Isn't that wonderful? So, how do you go about applying? Well, it's a two-way application process. First, you have to apply for one of these courses. You could actually do them simultaneously. Apply for one of these courses, then come to this page and apply for the scholarship. So to apply for the scholarship, there's a form here. Just go here and then the form appears. So you apply for one of these courses and immediately you get an application number. You rush here and apply for the scholarship. And I'll tell you why you need to rush. The deadline is the 12th of May, not very far away. This video is coming out at the end of April. So you have about 2 weeks ish to put your things together. However, this is where it becomes scary. It is said here, let's go back there, that you also need to apply for a course, as we said. But I'm trying to find out something worrying they mentioned that wasn't there last year. I think they gave you advice to put your application in April. Yes, this is the scary bit of information, that it is advisable or you're advised to have submitted no later than 14th April. As you know very well, 14th April is already passed. But does that mean it is too late? No, it is advisable, not compulsory, but advisable. So if you have an offer already at Exeter in one of those courses we mentioned, good for you. Start applying for the scholarship straight away. But if you do not have an offer, it is time to rush. Rush as soon as you can, as fast as you can to apply for a course because you're already like 2 weeks um, late when it comes to applications. But still, UK universities do not take time to give you admission if all your documents are intact. So please go for it, but rush. Everything you need to put together, your transcript, your If you need references and every other thing you need to put them together as soon as possible. And I will tell you why. You need a number, an application number, to actually fill this form. So if you look at this form closely, it contains the normal bio data, name, country, and things like that. And but when you check here, you will see something called University of Exeter student number. You cannot get this number if you haven't put in an application. So you must have started an application or even submitted an application before you can complete this form. So that is why it is very important. Go to these courses here and apply for the one that suits you. You could go for conservation, for instance. Let's go to conservation and check the application's requirements. So now we are in a rush, remember. Then you can see here it needs a 2-1, the relevant discipline. And then let's go to the full application requirements. So a 2-1 and every other thing. And then for international students, it's talking about English language test. Let's check that quickly. Let's see if we can get a waiver. So this is the English language test page. It says something about a profile B. So go to the English language page and look for profile B. And these are the tests it requires and the minimums. However, these tests are quite expensive, difficult to prepare for them, and things like that. Are there waivers or shortcuts? There are actually other exams they accept apart from these IELTS or TOEFL exams. And these are the exams. And I'm happy to announce to you that there are qualifications from different countries. For instance, I've seen this one from West Africa. This is actually the qualification that I have. And they need a C5 grade. If you're coming from Zimbabwe, they need a C grade. I think those from India also have something here. And just check if you can get a waiver by having one of these exams. You wouldn't have to write any of those expensive, tiring English language tests. So that is it with this test. So check for your course, and immediately you have all the things together. Just come here and apply. So apply online for September intake. Let's go back there. So go back on September intake, full-time international student, and then apply. Then of course you have to open a user portal here since you're not applying for you do not have an existing account, you're applying for the first time. So start and create a profile and put in your documents and apply as soon as you can. I can't say this enough. I can't emphasize on this enough. You have to rush so you're not delayed in any way. So I'll be coming back to this shortly because there's a special essay that you might need to write. And it's saying here a personal statement of 500 words maximum. So 500 was like a full page or one and a half, depending on the font you use. And in my previous video on the scholarship, the one we did last year, I talked about these questions. So for the sake of those who did not watch it, or for the sake of this new video, let's talk about it together. So you need, for the first prompt, you have to show why you're interested in the course and how it is related to green future in your country. So to show why you chose the course and um, among every other course and this university, you have to show the particular interest you have in that course. What will you learn in that course? And most times it's good to visit the course website because there you will get information about the course and you can summarize in your own words that in this course I hope to learn these skills. You can list the skills out that you intend to learn. Like in conservation, for instance, you can say in this course I want to learn modern techniques on how to conserve the forest or how to save dying species or things like that, and show how the course aligns with your background. Probably you studied biology in your undergrad and probably you've worked in that area before. So you can argue that this course aligns with my background and it will help me amplify my contributions in the area of conservation and biodiversity. Then talk about how it is relevant to your country. You could say something about how there are a number of endangered species in your country, or how there's a massive rate of deforestation, and you're looking for ways of techniques of conserving the environment, ways of protecting endangered species in your country. So you might give a bit of data there and say, look at the statistics. My country is in the red when it comes to conservation and biodiversity. So I think this course would give me the necessary skills I need to contribute positively to addressing this issue. So of course, they also talk about the initiatives that you've done already. How have you pursued this interest before now? So you're interested in conservation. What have you done before now, before this application? So here you can talk about your work experience, your relevant work experience, and your volunteer experience, and group work as well. So it's saying as an individual and with others. So things you've done on your own and with others. So if you're talking about a team effort, also always try to show how you also your particular contribution, how you distinguish yourself in a team. The emphasis here is that we want you to not hide on that group achievement. So you worked as a group. What was your particular job description under that group? And what did you do when it comes to environmental issues, sustainability issues? What were the projects you undertook and what were the results? The next one is about what you hope to gain and contribute to during your studies and how this scholarship would help. So, what you hope to gain, of course, are these skills, international exposure, networking in your area of interest. What you hope to contribute, you could say you would join a number of student societies at Exeter that align with your passion or your interest for sustainability, your interest for the environment. As a matter of fact, I've actually opened a website here. I got it just through Google. I found the student societies at Exeter, and there are a number of green societies here. For instance, look at this Eco Society, and it's about nature and local projects and wildlife. And you could go down again and see Green Living Society, Renewable Energy Society, Slow Food Society, Water Aid. So these are societies you can always join. And so you would join them and volunteer your time and help in outreach, in doing outside classroom projects and things like that. So that will show your involvement, that you are apart from the classroom, you're also active outside the classroom in pursuing that interest of sustainability, green, and environmental friendly activities. Then it talks about how this Green Future Scholarship would support this. Just say the Green Future Scholarship would provide the necessary funding that on your own or even your family income is not sufficient in sponsoring this program for you. So the Green Future Scholarship is like the door, would open the door for you to be able to enjoy this international exposure, studied at the world class university. And with this, you're also able to use it as a platform or as a springboard to amplify your contribution and join relevant societies at Exeter. Now, the last question is asking you, what would you do after you've graduated? That's your long term, medium term, and short term, medium term, and long term goals. And then, how do you hope to keep in touch? Of course, tell them what you intend to do, saying you go for a managerial post in a sustainable industry firm, or say you start a consultancy, or tell them you'd like to do a PhD, to pursue a particular interest and things like that. You might also want to break them down if there's time in the short term and the long term goal. And then how do you stay in touch? How do you keep connected to the Exeter? Say you join the Exeter alumni group and see how you can continue to contribute towards the university and preach the gospel of the University of Exeter. So in case you need detailed video on how to go about this, these questions here are quite related to this ones. This is my channel, by the way. So just scroll down a little. These videos here on the Chevron scholarship. This is a different scholarship, but the questions we just answered at Exeter are also answered here in detail. So this question, for instance, talk about the your long-term goal, short-term goal, and medium-term career goals. This one talks about which course did you select in the UK, why did you select it, and the special attributes of this course at this university. This one talks about leadership. This one talks about networking. So all these videos might just assist you in writing a convincing statement of purpose here at Exeter. So please take advantage of the materials already present. It is said here that the deadline, as we've seen, is the 12th of May, not so far away. And by the 16th of June, your results will be out. So by 16th, you know who got in, who did not get in. There's also another document here you can look at. I think this is a PDF document. I think you get more details on the scholarship and the focus, quite similar to what we've seen already. You can see here typically a bachelor's. Typically, although they say the first class here, but if you have a 2-1, I think as we saw earlier, a 2-1 is never a bad thing. Relevant experience, contribution, voluntary experiences. So there you go, guys. I hope this was useful. So quickly before we go, I also Googled this one, how long to get MSc offer from Exeter University, and it says 20 days. So it's a good time. It's less than a month. So I think you should go for it. Put all your documents together, and as usual, we wish you the best. So that's it, guys. A fully funded scholarship at the University of Exeter in the UK, the Green Futures Scholarship, covering full tuition and a living stipend. As I said last year, 3 people from this YouTube channel got the scholarship. So this year, let's go for more. Let's go for more. Why not 6? Why not 9? Why not 12? So that is it, guys. So make sure you subscribe if you've not done so already. And as usual, guys, I'll see you at the top sooner than later. Bye bye for now.